Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Now I'm going to explain you chapter number 6, places of Indian cultural heritage. Students, this chapter is very interesting. All the type of the cultural monuments, all the types of the caves that you are going to study in this chapter. So this chapter is not only important for your 10th standard, it is important for your general knowledge also. You will gain a lots of knowledge also. Now, the cultural heritage of India is rich and prosperous. India, as well as foreign visitors, are attracted to visit the places of cultural natural heritage of India. In this chapter, we will study about these places. Now, students, I am going to teach you caves of Ajanta. You have heard about this. Many of you have visited over this also. This is very important for 3 marks. All the caves like Ajanta caves, Ellora caves, and Elephanta caves. You have to learn it, students. Full paragraph you have to learn it. The famous caves of Ajanta are situated in Aurangabad district near Ajanta village. They are important from point of view of the art of the Vastu. These caves are divided into two divisions, students. Cave based on the wall painting and cave based on the sculpture. Now caves of number 1 to 10, 16 and 17 have excellent painting wall, have attained the highest rank in wall painting. The theme of this wall painting is Buddhist religion. Ajanta caves divided into two categories, Chaityas and Vihars. Chaitya means a temple halls for the Buddhist monk. Monk means disciple, sadhu-san. And stupa are built interior in the most end of the caves. And Vihar means where the Buddhists monasteries where the Buddhist monks reside and the studies. Sadhu-sans used to reside and study their books that called vihars. Cave number 9, 10, 19, 26, 29 are chaityas, whereas remaining caves are viharas. Ajanta caves was forgotten with the passage of time, but in the year 1819 AD, the English captain John Smith, you have to remember this student, rediscovered Ajanta caves. So Ajanta caves are magnificent example of initial Buddhist art of Vastu, art of painting and sculpture. Now these caves are totally ruined because the human interference and impact of time have greatly damaged these caves. Ajanta caves are famous not only in India but also in the world for their extraordinary rich art. The fine blending of wonderful art of painting, sculpture, architecture of Ajanta caves has earned a pride for an Indian art. So students, you have to learn this full paragraph for 3 marks. It is very important question. Now Ellora caves, students. These caves are also important for 3 marks. Ellora caves also situated in Aurangabad district in Maharashtra, students. There are 34 caves in all. Total 34 caves you have to remember. There are 3 groups of the cave temples. They are different from each other. 1 to 12 are Buddhist caves. 13 to 29 are Hindu caves and 30 to 34 are Jain caves. Hindu caves are built during the reign of Rashtrakuta dynasty. One temple is also situated in these caves. The name of the temple, Kailash temple. Okay, so you have to write down description of this. It's 50 meter long, 33 meter wide and 30 meter high. This temple is carved out of a single massive rock. This temple is adorned with a beautiful doors, means this temple is decorated with beautiful doors, balconies, series of pillars. The beauty of temple cannot be described in words. They are constructed during the time of 600 AD to 1000 AD. It is a live display of ancient Indian civilization. Caves dedicated to Hindu, Jain, Buddhist religion. Okay, 3 religion, Hindu also, Jain also and Buddhist religion. Ellora campus is not only the example of magnificent creation of art, but also the best example of excellent technology. Moreover, describes about the patience of the Indians. So students, this full paragraph you have to learn for 3 marks. Now Elephanta caves. These caves are built in the Arabian Sea, 12 kilometers away from Mumbai, from Gateway of India in Maharashtra. There are 7 caves in all. There is a huge stone monument of elephant. On seeing this structure, the Portuguese given the name Elephanta. So stone monuments, elephant, that's why the name given after that. Portuguese had given the name Elephanta. Many beautiful figures have been carved out them, and one temple also there, Trimurti temple, temple of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh in the cave number 1, the base specimen of culture. In 1987 AD, UNESCO has placed Elephanta Cave in the list of World Heritage. The local fishermen call it Dharapuri. So students, you have to learn Elephanta Cave is considered as Dharapuri by the local fishermen. That we'll ask in the MCQ. Now Mahabalipuram. Mahabalipuram is located 60 km away from Chennai. The city of Tamil Nadu is famous for its splendid temple, Bhavya temple, architecture, Shishur. Narasimha Raman I, who was popularly known as Mahamalla, belonged to Pallav dynasty. 7 chariot temple, means Rath temple, were built here. At present, only 5 chariot temples exist. 2 chariot temples have submerged in the sea. There is an amazing figure of Lord Vishnu in a smiling pose. Beside, there is an idol of goddess Durga slaying Mahishasur, is worth seeing. Mahabalipuram, which has unparalleled architecture, rock sculpture, was also famous harbor of the ancient time. Harbor means a port. Okay, and the goddess Durga slaying Mahishasura, that you know, students. Now Pathadakal Memorial. Pathadakal, the capital of Chalukya dynasty, is 16 km away from Badami Nagar. Dravid style of architecture is used in the construction of the temple years. So in this chapter you are going to study about the temples, different types of temple that's situated, Qutub Minar, Hampi, Humayun Tomb. Now Pathadakal is the capital of Chanukya dynasty. It's 16 km away from Badami Nagar, and Dravid style of architecture is used in the construction of the temple here. These were built during the 7th and 8th century. Now Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in the Pathadakal. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in the Pathadakal. Now temple of Khajuraho. Students, you might have heard about this temple also. Many of you have visited here also. So temples of Khajuraho. Temples of Khajuraho. Now these temples are located in the small village named Khajuraho at Chhatarpur district of Madhya Pradesh. So Khajuraho temple is situated in the Madhya Pradesh. Khajuraho was the ancient capital city of Chandela Rajput of Bundelkhand, and the temple were built by these kings during the reign of 950 to 1050 AD. Presently 25 temples are in the existence. Most of them are Shiva temples, means Shivji's, Lord Shiva's temple, whereas some of them are Vaishnav and Jain temple. The Toran of the temple is the best example of ornamental style of the architecture. So Toran, that architecture style, all of the temples were constructed with a granite stone. Khajuraho temples constructed in the Nagar style of art sculpture and art of Vastu of Khajuraho temples spellbound the visitors, that attract the visitors in the Khajuraho temples. The Vastu of Khajuraho temple that attract the visitors over there. Now Sun Temple of Konark. In the 3rd chapter also Sun Temple of Konark, but you have to write it down this over here. This is very important, frequently asked in the board exam for 3 marks. Sun Temple of Konark. It is situated near the Bay of Bengal at the Puri district in Odisha. Sun of temple situated in the Puri district of Odisha. It was constructed in 13th century during the reign of King Narasimha Raman I. Built in the 13th century during the reign of Narasimha Raman I, who belonged to the Garg dynasty. So Sun Temple of Konark that built in the Odisha. This chariot temple, means Rath temple, drawn by 7 horses, took the form of chariot of sun god. It was 12 massive wheels providing beauty of the pedal of the temple. These wheels reflect 12 months, and each wheel has 8 spokes lines, which shows 8 prahars of the days. Detail of motif and subject diversity of the temple is unparalleled. parallel. This temple has been built by the black stones. That's why another name of Sun Temple of Konark, Black Pagoda. These remains reflect the sculpture and the civilization of 13th century Odisha. Now Brihadeshwar Temple. This temple is located at Tanjore in the Tamil Nadu. This temple was built during the 1003 AD to 1010 AD. It is Shiva temple, so it is called Brihadeshwar temple. It is built by Rajaraja I of Chola dynasty. It is known as Rajrajeshwar temple. The height of the temple is 500 feet. Its width 250 feet. It is spread in the vast area surrounded by the wall. Its summit is 200 feet high above the ground. Summit means total peak, the peak of this temple. Hence, this is the temple attained the place, the temple of the high pinnacle. Pinnacle means at the topmost. High pinnacles. This is a marvelous heritage of architectural art of India due to its gorgeous and huge size of pinnacle, artistic decoration. In the same way, it has secured a place among the best temple of South India. It has been constructed in Dravidian style of art. Now Qutub Minar. Students, you have heard about this Qutub Minar. Okay, you have to write it down Qutub Minar for 3 marks. Qutub Minar is located at the Delhi. It was built in the 12th century by Qutb Aibak, who was a founder of the Ghulam dynasty. But after the death of Qutb Aibak, the remaining work was completed by his son-in-law, Iltutmish. So this 72.5 tall skyscraper means tall building made out of red stone and marble. Its circumference 13.75 meter at the base, and when it goes up it reduces 2.75 meter as its top. Verses of Quran have been engraved on it. The Quran verse is written on it. It is the tallest stone minaret of India. Now Hampi. You heard about the Vijayanagar Tenali Raman. So this is about this. Tungabhadra Hospital in the Bellary district in Karnataka. Hampi was the capital of Vijayanagar kingdom. The ruler of Vijayanagar kingdom were the lover of art. Peculiar type of architecture was developed in Vijayanagar during their reign. The period of Krishna Dev Rai was considered to be a golden period of this art and reached to the highest peak. The main feature of architecture style of Vijayanagar was to carve out huge and magnificent pillars from the stone. Pillars and columns made of artfully adorned with figures of God, goddesses, human, animals, warriors and dancers. All the pillars that decorated with the sculpture of the god, goddesses, humans and animals, warriors and dancers. In Hampi village of Vijayanagar kingdom, during the reign of Krishna Dev Rai, the Vitthal temple and Hajra temples were also built. So in the Hampi region, Vijayanagar Krishna Dev Rai kingdom, 2 temples also were built. Virupaksha temple, Achyutraya temples of Lord Krishna are the best examples of the architecture in the Hampi. Now students, Humayun tomb. The tomb of Humayun at Delhi is the best specimen of Mughal architecture. After the death of Humayun, it was built by his wife, Queen Hamida Begum. This tomb was made in an Iranian style of art. Red and white stones were skillfully used in it. So Humayun tomb, his wife is Queen Hamida Begum built it, and this tomb made of Iranian style. Now Fort of Agra. Fort of Agra is the Agra cities of Uttar Pradesh, situated in Uttar Pradesh. It is made up of red stone. Fort of Agra and Red Fort both are different, students. Fort of Agra situated in Uttar Pradesh and Red Fort situated in the Delhi. So you have to make the difference, students. It is also made up of the red stones, and it is also called the Red Fort. But this fort is different as compared to the Red Fort of the Delhi. It was built by the Akbar in the 1565 AD. We can see the reflection of Hindu and Iranian style of art in it. The fort has 70 feet tall wall with 1.5 mile circumference. Red stones are skillfully embedded on the wall in such a way that no cracks can be seen on the wall. So red stone that studied properly. Jahangir Palace was also built by the Akbar in this fort. The architectural style of Bengal and Gujarat on Jahangir Palace can be seen clearly. Now Shah Jahan spent last days of his life in this fort. So Fort of Agra is different and Red Fort is different. Fort of Agra situated in Uttar Pradesh and Red Fort situated in Delhi. Now Taj Mahal. Students, you know very well this. Now we are going to learn all details in the Taj Mahal over here, and this is very important for 3 marks. Taj Mahal is located at Agra in Uttar Pradesh on the bank of the river. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world, students, you know this. And it was constructed by the Mughal king Shah Jahan. This also you know that. In the memory of his queen Mumtaz Mahal. This also you know. Mumtaz Mahal died in 1630 AD. After her death, the construction of the Taj Mahal started in the year 1631. Mumtaz died in the year 1630, and in 1631 the construction that was started. It was completed in the 1653. So after 22 years, it took 22 years for construction. Shah Jahan used expert Indian sculpture, matlab artist. Besides Indian artists, beside Iranian, Arabian, Turkish, European sculpture artisans also were engaged in the construction of Taj Mahal. Not only Indian but also the abroad, different foreign artisans also engaged in the construction of Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is counted one of the best tomb means qabr of the world. Due to this tomb of Mumtaz Mahal has become immortal, famous, and this was the innermost wish of the Shah Jahan. The building of Taj Mahal is spread in a rectangular shape from north to south. The grave, qabr, of the Mumtaz lies in the center of the Taj. It is surrounded by the beautiful artistic octagonal fencing that carved out of the stone. A beautiful saying inscribed on one way of the ark: a pious heart, good heart, welcome in the garden of paradise. The architecture of Taj glorifies the rich heritage of India. Many foreigners that came to India for seeing the Taj Mahal, the grandeur of the Taj attract thousands of the people every year. Bhavya, grandeur, chamak, bhavyata of the Taj Mahal that attract many foreigners, and tourism industry develop. Now students, Red Fort. Red Fort, you have heard that. It located at Delhi, built by Shah Jahan in 1638 AD. This fort made up of red stone. And Shah Jahan founded the city, namely Shahjahanabad, in this fort, and which was named after him. This fort includes Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas, Rang Mahal included in it. Diwan-e-Khas is more magnificently decorated than other building. It is decorated with amalgamation, means mixture. Diwan-e-Khas, mixture with the gold and silver, and embedded with a precious stone, studded with the precious stone. The other building of Red Fort are Rang Mahal, Mirror Palace of Mumtaz, Lahori Gate, Meena Bazaar, and Mughal Garden, which are the center of attraction of the Red Fort. Peacock Throne is the best creation of this fort, but Nadir Shah took along with him to the Iran. Okay, Peacock Throne that's situated in the Red Fort that took away by the Nadir Shah. Red Fort is one of the outstanding building among the Mughal art of architecture. Every year, student, you know that our Indian flag is hoisted on Red Fort on the national festivals. Now, Fatehpur Sikri. It is 26 miles away from Agra in Uttar Pradesh. This Fatehpur Sikri, Buland Darwaza, also situated in the Uttar Pradesh. Akbar founded this city in the memory of Sufi saint Sheikh Salim Chishti. Who founded this city? Akbar. He made it his own capital city. The building construction of Sikri was started in 1569 AD and completed till 1572 AD. The best building among them, the Palace of Birbal, Golden Palace of Bibi Mariam, Palace of Turk Sultan, Jama Masjid, and Buland Darwaja, that famous thing of the Fatehpur Sikri, founded by Akbar. Buland Darwaza of Fatehpur Sikri is 41 meter wide and 50 meter high. The other well-known remarkable building of the Sikri was a palace of Jodhabai, Panch Mahal, tomb of Sheikh Salim Chishti, Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas and Jyotish Mahal. So Fatehpur Sikri also will ask for 3 marks that you have to learn, student, and this was founded by the Akbar.